Vlogging in Guyana is a lot harder than I thought. I've been in Guyana now for a couple of months, and I can definitely say that I've learned some things, but it's probably not what you're thinking. You're probably thinking that I'm going to say that it's hard to vlog here because of the crime you hear about in Guyana. But that's not exactly true. Let me explain. One of the most common questions I was asked when I let people know that I was going to go to work in Guyana was, is Guyana safe? So if you believe everything that you read on the internet about Guyana, then you might think this is the most dangerous place on the planet. And when I say Guyana, I'm more or less talking about Georgetown, Guyana, because that's where most of my time is being spent. But since I've been here, all the people, everybody has been extremely nice to me, very helpful, and I have not felt threatened in any way. But I also follow all the guidelines that were put in place by my employer. Number one, don't wear anything flashy or advertise that you have a fancy phone. You're probably going to want to take some pictures and videos and things. Just be very careful whenever you're pulling your phone out and doing those type of things because people may be watching. But just don't make yourself a target. Number two, and it's probably the most important, don't walk around alone or off the beaten path, and it's highly recommended not to be walking around at night. So we usually just have our driver take us to the destination and drop us off right at the entrance. Number three is be respectful. Nobody wants to hear a foreigner bash their country. So just understand that your country might be different from another country, and it might be best to keep those opinions to yourself. So why is vlogging harder than I thought here in Guyana? So I first want to say that most of my issues are because of the guidelines that are in place for me working here in this country. So this definitely should not discourage you from wanting to come see Guyana and explore whatever they have to offer. Just be mindful of some of the things that I mentioned in this video. The other reason it's difficult is because I have to use a transportation service. And let's just say it can get pretty expensive. Multiple times I've paid more to get the transportation to and from a certain place than what I paid for my meal or whatever it was I was going to do. You know, I previously stated in a video, I plan to eat where the locals eat and hit up all the local shops, markets, and attractions. So let's just say that most of the places that I thought I was going to be able to visit while being here, like markets and other, popular sites, I can't even visit them because of the zones that a lot of them are located in. So Georgetown, Guyana is broken up into like 3 major zones. The problem is there's no map that clearly defines these zones. This is just something that the transportation service has told us, and that's kind of what we have to follow based on the guidelines that were put in place by the employer that I work for. So let's start with the green zone. In the green zone, we can get dropped off and are free to do whatever we want within reason. However, there aren't a lot of things you actually want to do in the green zones. Then we have the yellow zones. These are the areas where when we get dropped off, our driver must wait for us and cannot leave. So needless to say, not only do you feel rushed, this could also make your cost go up because you're going to be paying for that guy while he waits for you. Lastly is the red zones. This zone's pretty simple. Our drivers are not allowed to drop us off at any of these businesses that are in the red zones, and that's where the bulk of the places that I wanted to visit are located. So that basically takes them off of my list, and I won't be able to show any of those sites to you guys, which is why it's really a struggle to vlog here in Georgetown under my conditions. More times than not, I find myself working in areas that make a travel channel hard to stay consistent. So I have decided it's time for a change. This channel, it's changing.
Hey, what they all been waiting for, man? What they all been waiting for, man?